Welcome back to Talking Through Your Kick. Just a reminder about this weekend's Golden Rose meeting at Rose Hill Gardens. Free entry to anyone who lives in a suburb with Rose in their name, and there's 10 of them. Rose Bay, Rosebery, Rose Hill, Roselands, Rose Meadow, Roseville Chase, Roselle. We've got that one over the line.
What about Redfern? Do I get a start?
You're already in trouble.
You need more than just the R, Brenny boy.
This is the one, though. $30 Super Saver ticket from Ticketek is packed with $70 worth of value, including food, drink and betting vouchers.
Yep.
Members can win $2,000 in the Grand Spring Members Badge Draw. And the best of all, you can go racing for real and win $30,000 cash. You basically win 5% of the Golden Rose prize money, and that's without being an owner.
All great ideas. Well done to the ATC. You can't have enough promotions this time of the year. I just can't wait for the day, Russ, when it's free entry to every race meeting around the country every day of the year.
Go to theraces.com.au. Now, the punters were herding on Saturday afternoon at Warwick Farm when rain affair. Last leg of the What's Doing Here multi. And again, Joe Pride gave us a leg up on Saturday. I know you're a Tiger Tees man, but tell me what went wrong, Brenny boy.
Well, I've got a bit of a theory, and I know it looks easier to say in hindsight, but I was quite adamant before the race that Rain Affair is a little bit vulnerable first up. If you go back through his form, and speaking through my kick again, I did back him one day in a Canterbury, I think it was a benchmark 70 race, and he got beat by a horse called Not a Snipper Doubt. Well, Not a Snipper Doubt hasn't gone on to any spectacular heights on that occasion. That was first up, and then he went bang, 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 bang. He won a string of races. He came back, first up last preparation. He won the Carrington Stakes, and yes, I think he'd break the track record at Warwick Farm that day, but it was like concrete. The track was super, super hard. They were breaking records all throughout the day. He only beat Just Cruisin', and I think it was 8 bills and someone else by a very slender margin. Joe Pride then went back to the trials to get him ready. I just think he's a horse that takes maybe 1 or 2 runs to find his best.
Did he look woolly and his head all over the joint?
He was all over the joint.
He's a very sort of hot-headed horse anyway.
Yep.
He doesn't parade the best. He does a few things wrong, and then he comes out on his races, he gets out wide on the track and he does his thing. But Hugh Bowman come back and was like, wasn't completely disappointing.
What about the multi-bets that got unloaded, the quaddies? The punters were just all flat after that.
Oh, they were. It took a huge hit. There were some massive doubles and trebles written. They got a few up, but he just couldn't break a mid-race. I mean, you normally just finds that gear and just puts them away. But I always look at the last 75 metres of a race. He seemed to straighten up and find the line. I know the bird's gone, but...
Let's have a look at this email here. Some comment necessary in the run of Rain Affair. An extremely disappointing performance from Bowman. Horse was admittedly a leader. I would have thought, based on its stats, that it had enough speed available for a short early burst and then to cut back inside once ahead.
Well, you can't crack the jockey.
He was passed by half the field. Obviously, that bloke talking through his kick.
Yeah, well, he is, and it's probably a fair point when you look at any horse, if you look at a range of horses across the board. But with this horse, Corey Brown usually rides him, and he said it numerous times in various interviews that he likes to keep the horse off the fence in the early stages because the horse fires up when he sees a rail on his inside. Yeah. So that's a bit of a tactic that Joe Pride, I'm sure, would have told, and Corey Brown probably would have even told Hugh Bowman. So a little bit hard to be critical of Hugh Bowman for that.
The punters just shattered because the trial looked terrific. But he trialled well, and you thought he goes back to the races.
How often do we see the second stringer, and I know this is a pet aid of yours, second stringer, or is it only when of a stablemate get
yeah,
wrong?
I think it happens. Yes, it does happen. But I'd like to see the stats. I haven't done them, but I think there'd be plenty of more times the favourite would beat the outsider, and just no one says anything about it. It's only when the outsider happens to beat the favourite and goes, oh, what's going on here? There's a rod on. There's this. There's that. There's what, which is human nature. But I think when it doesn't happen, everyone just doesn't even think about it.
Yeah, opened even money, but I was running around before the race saying, oh, look, $3.50 we were betting Tiger Tees with Rain Affair out, with the favourite out, the special market. I'm thinking, what a price that is for Tiger Tees. In the end, he didn't need to take the favourite out, but...
he took himself
out.
Yeah, put himself out.
Thanks for that. Yeah, I didn't get that text.
You didn't get that? Well,
it would have been better, your multi, the $3.50 than the $1.30 that you had.
I took Melbourne Storm just to shut you up even more. What about this? Gay's Cup is almost full if you add Strawberry Boy to the list of Caulfield Cup runners. I mean, she might have half a dozen going around the way she's going, and this guy might be at the top of the list.
The problem is she's got to get them in the field because they're very low in the ratings. Strawberry Boy, very good, winning this Paul Noble Mile at Warwick Farm last Saturday, but these horses in behind him aren't exactly Caulfield Cup types.
Jacinto Bay? Pushed wide? Would have got close.
It would have. I really like this horse. A guy that I work with at News Limited, he calls the horse the Frankel of Goulburn because he was unbeaten at Goulburn, winning by 4.5 every time. But He'll go to Oregon if you find a race over the Carnival at Randwick, a mile, 2,000 metres for Jackanoy Bay. He'll certainly win it.
Gay's nominated that horse for the Kingston Town this weekend. The Underwood possibly in Melbourne. Does she back it up this weekend at Rosehill Gardens?
Yeah, that's the what I'm hearing from the Waterhouse camp. They had hoped to go to the Naturalism at Caulfield to qualify because it's a ballot exempt race, but they got told by Greg Carpenter probably wouldn't get in.
Okay, punters beware about Green Moon, the $12 because of what Quinny said earlier. So luxbet.com probably just to being a little on the safe side there, but I would suggest that. You know, this Caulfield Cup is starting to look like the race of the spring, isn't it?
It's certainly a very good race, and I wouldn't know who to back.
Well, let's look at Gay. She's got Glencadam Gold.
Julianus.
Yep.
She's going to have Tullamore, Western Symbol.
Symbol.
Fat Owl's another horse that's nominated for this Saturday.
There's a great email from our forum posts on at puntersparadise.com.au. Western Symbol, Gay's original Caulfield Cup moral before she declared Glencadam Gold, or was that Strawberry Boy? And you can now add Julianus to that list.
I reckon Strawberry Boy's a big call, Caulfield Cup.
Well, yeah, he certainly does have to lift a couple of ranks, but it's hard to knock Gay's big call. She did say a little horse would win the Golden Slipper last October. It was called Piero.
Right. But Western Symbol's not nominated for this week either, so he's starting to be a bit late in his campaign.
I think he's been around the trials. I'm not really sure if he's a Caulfield Cup horse.
Tullamore?
Yeah, Tullamore, definitely. He's in this Saturday. He'll be in the... I think it's the Group 2 Theo Marks.
Mudra's an interesting one. Mudra.
Okay.
He was a good run there the other day.
Very good.
Well, speaking of good runs, there was none better in Sydney than this little 3-year-old filly storming down the outside and winning for Clary Connors, and in the same colours as Strawberry Boy. Dear Demi winning the Furious Stakes and winning it super impressively. Yeah.
I was just saying, I'm a big rap for McDonald's right here.
Okay, we'll go to a break, and James McDonald again getting one over the line.
Jade Marauder, then about 4 or 5 to...